Looking back on what you accomplished in last year's playoffs, what did you learn about last year's playoffs that you take into this year's playoffs now? And you even up to scoring a couple of points per game.
The game was a lot more physical, and just how much each game in each quarter, each possession really matters. In the playoffs, you don't win quick, you don't lose quick. It's a long game, and winning on the road is extremely tough. Last year we only won one road game in the playoffs, Game 3 against Philly. Just the how close you have to be in that environment. You have to be clicking on all cylinders.
In terms of realizing how tough it is to win on the road, have you adjusted your approach or your philosophy on the road?
Yeah, this year, just understanding how tough it was last year, just taking a different mindset and approach of now I know, what it's going to be like, and I know what to expect, and I know how tough we have to be from the tip-off to the buzzer sounds, and how close we have to be and communicating, because it's only going to be, us out there. We don't have our fans. It's going to be loud, and when they make runs, we got to, come even, more together, because that's when it really gets tough.
There was a real defining moment in Game 2 when Jalen made a great play at one end, took it down court, got under the hoop and kicked it out to you for that corner three that really kind of was a dagger shot. What did that moment do for you and for your team?
It was big for us. I think we were down one at the time with 50-some seconds left. Al got a block, and JB took it coast to coast. He easily could have laid it up, tried to get the and one or the foul, but that was a hell of a pass that he made, and I had to knock it down.
You guys had so much noise, so much static, so much drama go on this year. To get to the playoffs and to hit the reset button, how much does that help you?
It's really helped us a lot. Everybody has a clean slate when you get to the playoffs, and you've seen that this year. 7 seed to beat the 2 seed in the first game, and you really have to focus each and every game. No game is going to be easy, and we just try and take it one game at a time.
Kyrie's coming off a 37-point game. Last year, of course, he wasn't able to play. How much of a difference, how much of an impact do you feel he's had on your team and on your game too, making things maybe easier for you going into this Game 3?
Yeah, he's done a tremendous job. We all know how special he is, especially in the playoffs. He's a great leader. He knows what it takes. Obviously, he won a championship. And it helps me to somebody that I admire like that, and one day want to be that status. So just watching him, it makes me want to be more aggressive and more assertive, and play in big moments.
Mm-hmm. Prior to playoffs, a lot of teams like to get together and have like a dinner, a team bonding event. Did you guys do anything along those lines heading into this one? One kind of round up the wagons and get together?
Yeah, we did have one.
What did you guys do?
A team dinner, right before the playoffs. Break bread with each other, enjoy each other's company, and just get ready for this journey that we're about to go on.
Right now, you're on a roll. You and Irving, naturally, with the points, etc. But for you, thinking back over the season up to now, where is your best improvement, your own self-improvement? Forget the team.
For me, my best improvement is, obviously I think all my numbers are up a little bit, not where I wanted them to be, but I think my level of comfort. Last year, before the first game of the regular season, I was extremely nervous, and then going into the playoffs, being 20 years old, everybody was telling me how much different it was going to be, and it was nothing like regular season. So I didn't know what to expect. And obviously we had a great run last year, went almost as far as you can go. So, coming in this year, I'm not nervous. I was more excited and anxious, having that feeling of, being so close in Game 7. All I was thinking about in the summertime and over the season was, us getting back to the playoffs, because that was a tough feeling that we had to have last season.
All right, now at home, Game 1, you're down at half. You come out, they only score 8 points. The other night, you're down 11. In the fourth quarter, they only score 12 points. Now, to anybody who's played the game, you're sitting and you're watching this. What happens? What happens that causes this from the positive standpoint from you guys defensively, because you get out and get 28 and 30 some points? But you've been struggling in, let's face it, 6 quarters here. What do you think happens?
We get together. I remember definitely game 1 at halftime. Coach talking about, we were playing well. We weren't hitting shots, but just to try to ramp up the pressure, come out, try to be more aggressive, more physical. When we get stops, run in transition. And, we have so many different guys on that team. We're so versatile, so athletic. That's when we're at our best, when we're getting it off the rebound. Anybody on the floor can bring it up. And, when we apply more pressure on defense and try to speed them up, that's when we get to play faster and, more to our strength.
All right. As an ex-coach, we've all been in a lot of playoffs. So when you take the stats for the first 2 games and you look at them, you realize that you have taken Turner and Sabonis out of these games. Now, they're accustomed to getting 14 and 13 points, 27 points. They're getting 10. Now, is this a concentrated effort that you're trying to take these 2 guys out? Or do you think it's just evolving out of the defense, as a team defense? What do you think?
I think it's more of evolving out of the team defense. In the playoffs, you have so many days to prepare. You play the same team 4 to 7 times. So there's really no secrets out there. They scouted all of our plays and tendencies, and, we've done the same. So, every game, everybody's not going to play perfect. There's going to be some tough nights because, just how, we're so much focused, on defense. But we understand that, it's a different ball game when you're on the road. So, coming into the night and on Sunday, we expect them to, play better. But, we got to play better than the last game because there were a lot of things that, we could have done better. And, they're feeling the same way. Each playoff game is more and more about adjustments for both teams.